Hey guys, what is going on? It is Chris here. It is Friday. We got a lot of games here for the main slate for Fanduel. Definitely looking forward to it. Today is December the 22nd. So hope you guys had a pretty good night last night. I didn't get to play. Just was coming back home from the coast, so didn't get to play. But Anthony, he still did play, and he definitely came through for us once again for premium lineups. So yeah, we definitely did cash once again last night. So, um, like I said, I don't have it, don't have it up at the moment, but like I said, we'll have it on our Twitter. All you have to do is go over to our Twitter, and we'll have all of our retweets for our customers, everything like that. So, anyway, like I said, once again, I haven't been playing too much. Obviously, as you guys know, won that 100,000 about 6 7 days ago. So I've been taking it light. Not no reason to really play big money. Been on went on a little vacation. So but definitely back today. Really liking today's slate. A lot of really good games. We got a lot of injuries to talk about as well. So as normal, guys, if you guys are interested in premium lineups, as normal, you know what to do. It's $40 for the month. 3 to 4 lineups per day for the main slate, two from me and two from Anthony. We post those 10 to 15 minutes before lock. The reason why we post them so late is because a lot of injury news happens like that. And if we did post them 45 minutes to an hour before lock, a lot of injuries could happen. Then we'd have to redo all of our lineups. So, that's why we do it there, to get you guys the best possible lineup that we can. And like I said, obviously, it does work doing it that way. Like I said, have one over 135,000 in just a week. So um, definitely going to keep that going. Anyway, to get in on our lineups, check out our website at knamafia.net. You will have to have a Twitter to access our lineups, but we'd love to have you guys on board. They will have step-by-step instructions on the website for you guys to get signed up on our lineups. So with that being said, we got all that out of the way. Let's definitely get into this slate. As I said, there are a couple injuries. That's why most of these games don't really have totals on them. But I'll try to do my best to give you a total on these games in the spread. So anyway, we got New York and Detroit. Detroit, slower paced team. New York, not too slow, but I still think this should be around a 205, maybe 206 total. And Detroit maybe only by one because of their injuries they're having. So we have looks like Bradley's going to be out once again. Last video I made, I told you guys to pitch, maybe put in Reggie Bullock. I did not play him. How did he do? He only got a 5. Wow, he totally sucked. Oof. Anyway, Courtney Lee, he didn't do too bad last night. I think he had 25 or 26. I don't mind putting him in there again for 5,600. Let me see who else we got. We got Reggie. I don't really like touching those guys. I think Tobias Harris could be a half decent option here. If you think Michael Beasley is going to continue getting minutes, that's up to you. Hornacek, he's crazy with his rotations. Beasley, obviously he had the hot hand last night, so he played the big minutes. And Porzingis, he didn't make a shot. So, Beasley, 6,300. His minutes, as I said, they're up and down, but last 3 games he's been very productive. So, hopefully they continue that even with Porzingis there. You would think that they would continue that. So if you think he's going to get minutes again and keep shooting like he is, why not put him in there? But you got to remember, Porzingis might get hot here soon. The other thing, up against Tobias Harris pretty good. On the flip side, maybe Harris, I don't think he'll be too popular, maybe 25, 30. Porzingis, I don't know, maybe take a GPP shot with him. His ownership should be pretty low just because of how he's been out of that injury. So that's like I said, that's totally up to you guys. Drummond should do half decent here. Enes Kanter had a pretty good game as well. I didn't play the big minutes, but definitely had that double-double. So a hot hand, Harris, Courtney Lee. Probably Lee would probably be the guy I'd pick in this one, and then definitely look at those big guys. But I'm not in this game. Just so many other good games out there. I don't really care for this one. All right, moving on. New Orleans and Orlando. Once again, no total because of a couple injuries. So we got Evan Fournier. Don't know if he's going to be back or not. I think that's the only thing. Well, I guess you got Aaron Gordon as well. Like I said, I haven't really looked at Aaron Gordon, but if for some reason he can't play and Isaac can't play, oh man, that definitely changes. I think if both those guys can't play, definitely watch out for Bismack Biyombo. I think he could be an interesting option. And Maurice Space as deep GPP picks only. That's only if Gordon and Isaac are out. Maybe go put one of those guys in your lineup because they'll have to get a little bit of exposure here. Anyway, you got Boogie. Don't mind him. Obviously, Vukovic. Don't mind him at all either. Let me go look here. Pelicans are getting a little bit better against the center. They're 15th overall, still middle of the road, but I don't mind Vukovic. He's definitely came down a little bit, but it's up to you, Cousins, Davis, like both of those guys. Davis, you always got to worry about him with his injury. He always gets hurt for some reason. Simmons, I think he's in a very, very good spot here. Hosania, also, look at him. And if Fournier's out, Hosania, even more reason to put him in there. Holiday, I don't mind him. I think this could be a very weird game, to be honest with you. I think it's going to be around a 208, 209 total, and that spread's going to be weird. Maybe a 7 or 8 for New Orleans. Just depends on these injuries. I could totally see a very, very slow game here, or it could be like 100 to 94, or it could go, very fast, or it could just be really slow. We'll see here. I don't know. It's going to be a weird game to predict, to be honest with you. So anyway, I don't mind Rondo, maybe some Peyton there. But if I'm looking at this one, I'm really looking at Simmons and Davis and Cousins. They're there. Like I said, I need to see that spread when it comes out and that total to maybe put one of those guys in there. So that is my big thing. And as I told you, if Gordon and Isaac are ruled out, plays, and I do expect one of them, whoever probably starts, to be a little bit more owned than we think. All right, moving on. Like I said, these first two don't have really any totals, so it's just kind of hard to read them, but we'll see. All right, moving on. As I said, Washington, Brooklyn should be a good one. 212 and Washington by 5. So, yeah, two of the fastest teams here. Beal, once again, don't really mind him. If Otto Porter can't play, maybe Kelly Oubre. But one guy, if Porter's out, and he's been stepping up, and is Mr. Mike Scott. This guy's definitely outplaying Markieff Morris by a mile, and I think you got to put him in there once again. He's only 5,000. He's looking pretty good, 28, 37, and 29, and in relatively good minutes. I don't mind putting in Scott. Obviously, Nets are not a good defense, so shoot, why not put him in there? RHJ, price dropped a little bit, but I think he could rebound in this one. Gortat, I think he's in a very good spot to get you around 24, 25. That's all you really need from him. Not going to play big minutes, but I think he can easily get your points there in that first quarter. So, yeah, it's a little bit closer game than I would have picked. So, yeah, I mean, it's just your cores here. You got Wall, you got Beal. Those are all the obvious guys. Kelly Oubre, don't mind him. He's been up and down. Like I said, if Otto Porter is out, I really love Mike Scott. I think a lot of people will be on him. And then I really do not mind Marcin Gortat to get you around, like I said, 19 to maybe 23. And that's all you really need from a guy that's only 4,500. So, yeah, I think that's it. Like I said, maybe some RHJ, but not really into this Brooklyn side. Maybe Carroll, maybe Crab. I might open up to him here in a little bit. Obviously LeVert, they have anything like that, or the spread is a little bit higher. Like that's my big thing is I like looking at the spread and the total throughout the day. If this Brooklyn games goes to like a 215, 216, and the spread stays at like a 4 or 5, yeah, I'm going to be targeting a lot more Brooklyn guys in this one. So, but as it is right now, 212 and Washington by 5, I'm going to be targeting a couple Washington guys because obviously to be the main guys in this scoring game here. So yeah, definitely favoring Washington in the early mornings on Friday. All right, moving on. We got the Clippers in Houston. Houston, they finally lost to the Lakers. Yeah, Lakers played a very good game. I know it was a couple days ago, but when they did play them, I got ticked off, and for good reason. Randall, I don't know if you guys heard what happened with Randall. Anyway, Kuzma was the obvious pick there, but Randall, as we know, he was doing pretty good, getting 25, 30 fantasy points a game. And then, of course, I pick him, and Walton's an ass and just benches him and plays 4 minutes. So thanks, Walton. I definitely appreciate that. So, and he did that to me earlier with Lopez, I think about a couple months ago. So, it's hard to get his rotations down. So, anyway, we got the Clippers in Houston, 218 in Houston by 11. So, I don't think CP3 is playing in this one. He is done. I think, let me go look. Yeah, he's out. So right away, Harden, I think he's gonna, do what he always does. Gordon, that comes into play. Plus, Gordon, the last couple of games, he's been playing some pretty good ball. I think his ownership should be high. He's only 5,400. He's been, like I said, he's been playing some pretty good ball here. 37 and 30 in his last two, and he's getting 35 and 35 minutes. So he's getting some pretty Harden if you want to get him in there. Not my top pick, but definitely in the top three. I don't mind Lou, but as I told you, all these guys coming back, that's hurting him a little bit. Ariza, Tucker, both of those guys, I really don't mind them. Ariza had a very, very good game last time out. We'll see what's going on with Clint Capella. Personally, I really It's listed as doubtful so that's awesome. I love that. I mean, it sucks that he's not playing, but it just opens up so much opportunity there with Ariza and Tucker. So I'm going back to those two. I love those two. I think DeAndre could eat in this game. I really do. Capella is a really good shot blocker. You don't have him. Nene, he's old. Ren Anderson doesn't defend, so I think Jordan could easily eat in this one. 45 is what I'm looking at. I think he could be relatively low owned in this one. Depending on where you play him. But, yeah, Jordan, Ariza, Tucker, Harden, Eric Gordon is kind of what I'm looking at in that one. And maybe some Austin Rivers, but as I told you, all the Clippers front court's getting healthy again, so they're just they're sharing minutes, so I just don't like messing with that. Like I said, he had 34 against Phoenix, but like I said, that's up to you. Maybe he's the one guy you can maybe still put him in there, and there's no Chris Paul, so you don't really have to worry about the defense there. So should be a good one. I know that spread is a little high. I mean, it's 11 spread. I do expect Clippers that they can keep up with them for a little bit, but Houston should definitely pull this one out. All right, Dallas, Miami is normal. Miami, they're just injured everywhere. So, it's just the same old thing here. If Dragic doesn't play, Tyler Johnson, Winslow's out, Josh Richardson, obviously. James Johnson continues to be out. So, Mickey, his price isn't really going up. I like him. Bam, he's always a half-decent option. But, man, he's getting up there to 5,100. He hasn't really been producing for a $5,100 guy. I don't know if I personally can go there tonight. I mean, just look, he hasn't been doing that good. 16, 17, 30, and 11. I don't know, man. That's not really worth a $5,100 guy. But Mavericks do suck against power forward center position, so that might help him. So, but, I mean, if you want to go anywhere here, I think you got to go Mickey. I really don't mind him. Harrison Barnes, another guy. Not the greatest matchup for him, but I could see, 28 to 30 in this one. Richardson, he'll continue to be popular. And then, don't mind Dion Waiters if you want to go that way. And obviously, if Dragic's out, Tyler Johnson, not too bad of an option. But for the most part, this is going to be a very low total, maybe a 196, 197, and Miami by like 3. So, there's a couple guys in the value area there, but nothing too exciting. But as I said, Tyler Johnson, I think you got to put him in there for sure if Dragic is out once again. All right, moving on. Charlotte, Milwaukee, good one. 212 and Milwaukee by 5. All right. As normal, I love Milwaukee. I love the way they play here. So you got Bledsoe. I think he should have a good one. Walker, he's been complete crap, but he maybe he does half decent here, but I really would rather have Bledsoe. Middleton, don't mind him. Lamb had a very good game last time out. Brogdon, I don't mind him to get me around 23 to 24. Always really low ownership. Middleton, Batum, Lamb, Brogdon, all those guys are in play. If I had to rank it, I'd probably go Middleton, Lamb, Brogdon, and the Batum. Out of those four, Giannis is Giannis. I don't mind him. If Michael Kidd can't play, that obviously helps Lamb a little bit. Just a little bit. That's not really his spot, though. Don't mind Henson. And then I think Dwight Howard could easily eat in this one. So one of these games that I really don't mind picking people. For the most part, everyone besides Giannis is very cheap. So I think you can get 3 or 4 of them in there. So don't mind Howard. I think he'll have a good one. Henson, don't mind him. Giannis is Giannis. And as I told you, I don't mind Middleton, Lamb, Brogdon, Batum. Pick and choose, I guess, who you want in that one, and then really like some Eric Bledsoe. So one of those games, I'm just gonna, mostly want almost everyone in that one. All right, moving on. OKC and Atlanta, 205 total in Oklahoma City by 10. So Dennis Schroeder is a game time decision as of this video. So if he can't play, I don't know. I really haven't seen Isaiah Taylor play, so I don't know his game. Might have to do a little bit of research. But, I mean, I think they might just do point guard by committee, to be honest. Maybe have 2 or 3 guys that just splits the minutes. Yeah, I just probably wouldn't mess with that. Kent Bazemore, I don't mind him. I think if Schroeder's out, his assists are going to go up by 1 or 2. So I don't mind some Bazemore. He's been a little cool, but I don't mind him. Paul George, it could be a half decent game for him. We'll see, but definitely that blowout concern. Collins, I think he could be an interesting one. The big thing about him is obviously his foul trouble, but since he's coming back from the injury, he hasn't been looking too shabby at all. Had a bad one, but then besides that, making his way back and definitely increasing those minutes. So, yeah, don't mind some Collins at all in this one. But this is just it's kind of a weird game, to be honest. So if you want to put Westbrook, I don't mind him. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if he's really going to hit his ceiling in this one. I think Durant's your good pick there, and then Harden. Durant, Giannis, Harden is probably where I would go there. On my top 3, and then probably put in Westbrook. So, maybe 1, maybe 2, but I just don't like that. 205 total in Oklahoma City by 10, so they're definitely expecting a blowout. So, anyway, these last 2 ones, I'm loving these ones. Portland, Denver, this should be a pretty good game. Denver always plays Portland very well. Portland, they've been up and down, but I think it's going to be an interesting one. Obviously, Lillard's out, but right away, Shabazz Napier, he's going to be like, I don't mind him. I played him last year when they were sitting everybody. And, he averaged around 25, 30 points when he was playing the full time. So don't mind him. Murray, don't mind him if Moutier is out once again. CJ McCollum, really don't mind him. If Gary Harris is out, don't mind Will Barton. Pat Connaughton, I really do think he could be an interesting GPP option. He's a point guard, shooting guard. He's a very tall shooting guard. So he's really not that good. Like I said, I'm from Oregon area. He's not that good. But, I mean, shoot, if he gets you 24, 25 minutes, he might get you 17, 18 fantasy points. As you see there, he's been complete crap. But maybe take a deep GPP flyer with him. He might have a half decent game, maybe 18 or 19, but that's just very, very risky. One guy I do think that will do good in this game is Mr. Al-Farouq Aminu. I do think that he's going to do half decent here. Usually when Lillard is out, Al-Farouq Aminu does half decent here. But the bad thing is with Lillard being out, that ball movement is not as good. So that definitely hurts. But Al-Farouq, 35 and 35 minutes his last 2. I think he can get you around 26, 27 in this one at very low ownership. Don't mind Jokic, maybe Nurkic. It's up to you guys. Maybe Nurkic playing his old team in Denver. So yeah, Murray, Napier, obviously those obvious guys. Don't mind McCollum. I don't see too crazy here. Like I said, I need that ball movement with Lillard. Without that, they're kind of dead. Will Barton for sure if Harris can't play. Maybe Wilson Chandler. If Craig starts again, I guess put him in there, get you 18, 19. Turner, he might play okay, but maybe one or two in this one. As I told you, probably the front court is where I'm going to be picking in this one. All right, last but not least, we got the Lakers in Golden State. Lakers obviously coming off their big win against Houston. And no total on this one. All right, so we still got Draymond Green, obviously, as a questionable here. So I'm not sure if he's going to play. If he doesn't play, as normal, don't mind some Bell or Caspi. Curry is going to be continuing to be out. Lonzo Ball, I think he could get you 35, 40 in this one. Really don't mind some Klay Thompson. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope is going to be back, I think, because, they are in California. Let me make sure here. Okay, so it looks like he should play because he obviously couldn't leave the state, but they're back in California, so I'm expecting KCP to play here. If he doesn't play for some weird reason, Josh Hart, I think you can easily put him back in there. Kevin Durant, got to put him in there. I love Ingram in this one. Yeah, if Andre Iguodala can't play, Caspi, not too bad of an option. For some weird reason, Walton. Oh my goodness, he's playing Brewer. I don't know why. Yeah, I just don't know why. But 37-5, like what the heck? He came out of no. It's just stupid. Walton, as I said, just pisses me off. Anyway, apparently he started and had a good game. So I don't know if I can really mess with these Laker guys here. Kuzma, he's kind of a sure guy. Really don't mind him. Randall, it's up to you if you think he's going to play. He screwed me last time, so I don't know if I can really put him in there. Plus, he's a center now. So definitely Kuzma. Bell, if Green's out once again. Caspi, don't mind him. Durant, Ingram. As normal, Klay Thompson. KCP, don't mind him. If he plays, yes, he's going up against Klay Thompson, but still don't mind him. But if for some reason he can't play, Josh Hart, put him in there. And then maybe some Lonzo Ball. So this is obviously going to be the most popular game here. All right. Anyway, I'm not going to be able to make you a lineup. Just too much to do. So I'm just going to plug in some dudes here. I really don't mind Wall, but I don't think he's a must-have. I really like Bledsoe. He's not a must-have, but out of everyone here, he's not looking bad. Really like Eric Bledsoe here. I'm gonna go. Let me go look. Let's see what else we got here. I'm gonna go Gordon. I like him. And then we'll go. If I can get Harden, I'd probably put him in there. Small forward. Okay, Giannis, you got Kevin Durant. I guess you can just go something like that. Maybe put Tucker in there if Capella's out again. Maybe get some Kevin Durant in there if you can afford him. That obviously drops you dramatically. Power forward, you only got 54 per. So, yeah, you're going to need some value tonight for sure. You got Kyle Kuzma, but then that just drops you a little bit more. And then I guess you can put in some Mike Scott or something. So, anyway, like I said, I just randomly picked some guys. Point guard, I think that's where you can definitely go some separate ways. If you want Westbrook, I don't mind him. Wall, really don't mind him. Ball, Bledsoe is kind of what I'm looking at. Murray, really like him. Tyler Johnson, that's normal if Dragic is out. It's kind of what I am looking at there. Shooting guard, Harden, yeah, I really don't mind him. I really like Eric Gordon in there. Klay Thompson, Middleton, really loved him. Will Barton, if Harris is out. Maybe some Lamb here. It might be a half-decent spot. Brogdon, as normal. I love picking that guy. not high ownership, and he can get you around 25, 26. I'd rather have Kevin Durant in a cash game over Giannis for obvious reasons. Ingram, don't mind him. Ariza, Tucker, maybe some Courtney Lee, maybe Caspi. There's just so many different ways you can go tonight. Power forward, Kuzma, really don't mind him. Maybe Beasley, as I said, if you guys think he's going to continue his hot streak. Collins, I think he could be at low ownership and in a good spot. And Mike Scott should be your mid-range, high-owned guy. And then center, don't really care for anyone. Cousins, obviously, maybe some Howard. Jordan, I told you I really don't mind him. But Bam, I think he could be half decent. And I told you I really don't mind Gortat. So I think that's it. Like I said, I didn't really do a lineup. There's just so much more research you got to do to even think about making a lineup here. So anyway, that is it. We'd love to have you guys in on our premium lineups. Like I said, that's just some of our research. And yeah, we definitely have proven that we can win. Like I said, we've won a lot of money, ranked top 200 in the entire world on FanDuel for NBA. So yeah, we definitely love to have you guys to get in on our lineups. Check out our website, kdamafia.net. We'll have step-by-step instructions for you guys to get in on our lineups. We'll also have our website in the comment section. Click on that, and we'll be good to go. As normal, you have to have a Twitter to access our lineup. So that is it. Like I said, I didn't play yesterday. Anthony did. He definitely came through for us. So awesome for Anthony. That is, definitely coming through here. So yeah, looking for another good night here. Like I said, if you're not in on premium, would love to have you guys. So that is it for me. Hope everyone, got a little bit out of this video. And I hope everyone has a good Friday. Saturday slate is huge. There are no games on Sunday. So I think there's 13 games or so on Saturday. So definitely check back in here for the recap of Friday and then look ahead to Saturday's slate. So that is it, guys. Hope everyone has a good weekend. We'll see you guys all Saturday.